Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the HC601 quadcopter. Not really sure what brand this is. I would imagine it has something to do with HC, but there are no brand labels on it there, so who knows. This is basically one of these, like the Skydreamer Plus from Atop or whatever it is that I recently reviewed, where it's kind of this in between a micro and mini size. Kind of a unique little size and pretty nice. Good for flying indoors or outdoors. There is a camera version available of this one. However, I did not get the one with the camera. And unlike the Skydreamer, this just has two blade props. So this has quite a bit of lift to it, quite a bit of power. Let's see. There are LEDs on it. On the front, I believe, where are they? I think they're they're just these little dots here. So on the front they're red, on the back they're green, and then it also has little eye LEDs here, which are blue. It has 3 different rates, which you change with the right button down here. And the yaw rate changes, and it's a very fast yaw rate. You do flips with the left bumper, so you press this, or the left button, you press that button there, and then move the right stick in whatever direction to flip. And then up here on the top button up here is you press it for headless mode, or you press and hold it for return to pilot, which uses headless mode, so it's not really that reliable. The sticks are big thumb pads, so not great for pinchers, but they work fine. We got kind of a hobby grade style transmitter, but kind of weird to see the big thumb pads on it. But not too bad. They've got some grip to them and height, so you can pinch them. But the button placements here are really awkward. I mean, there's nothing up on the top. There's no clicking the sticks, so a little bit weird to try to find those buttons while you're flying. And then all of these are just dummy buttons. This is a dummy LCD. It's not actually display, it's just a sticker. So all of that's just for looks there. None of that actually works. And then this is another one of these ones where it comes with just 2 spare props and a screwdriver, not a full set of spare props. Comes with a pink USB, or maybe kind of purple, pink or purple, USB charging cable. So, if you got a girl or you're a girl pilot, maybe you'd like to pick that one up. That's the first time I've seen a pink USB charger. The battery is a 350 milliamp hour 1S LiPo. And then the really weird thing about this one is that the battery goes in the top here, and this little compartment screws into place. There's a screw in the front there, and then you screw in the bottom. And so you can plug it in. It does have an on-off switch, but you still have to screw that lid, the compartment on every single time to charge it. There's no charge port access or anything, and so you've got to unscrew that lid to get the battery out to recharge it, and then put it back in and screw the lid back on and then turn it on and off. So I thought that was really weird that that's a screw and not just like a little clip or something, a little more convenient than having to screw that on and off every single time. So really bizarre there. Let's see. I could not figure out how to recalibrate it, and I tried all the different forms I could, and I could not figure it out. So if you have this and you have figured it out, please let me know. But otherwise, I don't think you can manually recalibrate this one. It takes about 30 minutes to charge with the stock charger, and you get about 5-minute and 50-second flights with a 10-second LVC warning, so about 6 minutes overall. Pretty short LVC warning. The prop guards are removable. They're just screwed on there with one screw. But I just did my test flights with the prop guards on, so I would imagine if you removed them, you would get maybe, 6.5, maybe up to 7 minutes. It probably would make a fairly decent difference to remove those prop guards, because they are pretty big in comparison to the quad itself. Let's see, I think the landing legs, it looks like the landing legs are glued into place, so I don't think you could remove those, and I don't think you'd really want to anyway, because then you'd be landing on these motor pods and the gears kind of right there, so you'd risk getting stuff in there. So you want to leave those landing legs on anyway. Yeah, it looks like that's really about all there is to say about it. So yeah, like I said, it has a really fast yaw rate. So I mean, this thing spins like a top. You can do crazy funnels with it. It's a lot like the Skydreamer Plus, you know, so a pretty nice flyer. Just a little bit weird with that canopy on there, or with the battery, you know, screwing into place. But you know, if you were interested in a Skydreamer, but maybe something about its look, or you didn't like the 3-blade props, this is a similar one to consider. So anyway, let's go check out some flight of it. Alright, this is the flight review of the HC601. This is another one of these kind of interesting size, where it's a little bit smaller than your normal mini, but a little bit bigger than a micro, kind of like the Skydreamer Plus. Transmitter's a little bit awkward on low rates to start. Yaw's a little bit slow on low rates, but it does change. Pretty good on high rates. Get some funnel going there. Not bad on the funnel. Maybe not quite as tight as the Skydreamer. Back to high rates, do some flips. Really tight, fast flip. Nice flips. Definitely flips better than the Skydreamer. Wow. Really fast flips. And it does have a headless mode. Let's give that a shot. Oh, it's all backwards and wrong. No, turn that off. I think I probably had it facing me when I turned it on or something. It does have headless and return to home by pressing and holding the headless button, but as I've said a million times, those are pretty unreliable features, so I'm not going to bother with them. We'll just keep flying. You see there, the prop guards work pretty well. I believe you can touch the ceiling with this one, yep. Let's bounce off the washer. That wasn't too bad though. Alright, let's look at some LEDs in the dark. Pretty cool, like vents in the arms there to let the lights out through the top. Then you've got the blue headlight eyes, they're pretty bright, you can see them shining on the wall there. So I'd say this is definitely a night flyer, you can see all the LEDs, no problem. Another one with red in the front though. There's got to be a reason that they've decided to use red in the front and green in the back so often, but I don't know what it is, because it seems backwards to me. Alright, turn the lights back on. Ooh, park it there on the ceiling for a second. This thing's pretty nice and smooth and stable, man. Let's try to get a hover going. It's kind of drifting around a little bit, but man, it is just, it's really quiet and just smooth. I like the way this thing flies. The battery is just ridiculous though, being screwed into the canopy. No idea what they were thinking on that. Alright, well I think that's about all there is to show, so we'll take her in for our landing. Aw, missed the pad a bit, but oh well. Well, there we go. That's the HC601. Interesting little size quad, but battery is screwed into the compartment there, which I am not a big fan of, but at least it does have an on-off switch. But you still got to unscrew that every time you want to charge the battery. But otherwise, pretty cool quad. I like it. Flies really well. Good LEDs on it, all that stuff. So check the video description for a price and purchase link if you're interested. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.